in a world filled with noise. CBC is a voice of hope, truth, and transformation. We are a dynamic, purpose-driven broadcaster bringing you content that uplifts, inspires, and changes lives every single day. From youth to professionals, to families and undeserved communities. Our programming speaks to every heart, every home. And for brands with visions, we are the platform that puts your message where it matters the most. We are more than just a channel. We are a movement of faith, of purpose, of impact. Partner with CBC TV and let your brand stand for something greater. Purpose, integrity, lasting impact. CBC TV, inspiring transformation every day. Christ Life is more than a school. It's a nurturing community. Our qualified teachers use innovative methods that keep the minds and hearts of our students engaged. Our cafeteria isn't just a place to eat. It's a hub of nourishment and community. Our sports activities are always filled with fun and creativity that promote teamwork and confidence in every child. With access to the latest educational software, learners are prepared for the digital age with confidence and creativity, empowering students with skills in and out of the classroom. Swimming is a life skill that is cardinal for survival. Our ballet programs teaches more than just dance. It installs grace, discipline, and expression. The heart of knowledge builds in our school library with a wide collection of fiction, non-fiction, reference material, and digital resources. Our school offers exciting and safe playground facilities for both ECE and primary students. Safety is our top priority, and our drivers are carefully selected for their professionalism and commitment to the well-being of our students. At Christ Life School, we believe education is not just about passing exams. It's about preparation. So, if you are looking for a school that feels like home, where your child will be known, loved, and challenged to reach their highest potential, then Christ Life School is the place.
Good morning, Zambia. Welcome to Light TV Zambia. Welcome to the future of work, the show that starts your day with light, inspiring, and transformation every day. It's exactly 7:35, and for the next 1 hour 35 minutes, we'll keep you informed, inspired, entertained as you prepare for your day. Welcome to Light Television Morning Breakfast, where we talk about life, purpose, progress. Today, we are tackling a topic that affects all of us, the future of work. Most people are scared what's going to happen in the future of work with this invasion of AI and other robotic machines that has been created, which are actually taking up the work of most people that they were actually doing. So would love you to tell us where you're watching from and what you are doing for a living. I am your host for today, Shepard Mulenga, and also I am joined by my fellow actually co-presenter, Mr.
Mike Mwanza.
Yes, Mr. Mike Mwanza.
Coming up today, we have the latest news making the headlines, your weather forecast to plan your day. We have the sports update from home, and we have different sectors of lifestyle tips, inspiration moments, and also any trending news that we have.
Yeah, dear viewers, you heard it for yourself. That's the lineup. We have got a very interesting topic that we'll be discussing today, the future of work, the future of work, the future of work. And we have a guest, an IT specialist who will be joining us very soon. So we would love you, wherever you're watching us, you can grab your breakfast, gather the family, and let's begin a brand new day. This is the future of work on Light TV Zambia. We'll take just a short break and we'll be back again in the studio. Us again. Today we are discussing a very interesting topic where we are looking at the future of work. The future of work. Do you think people will have jobs in the future? With this invasion of AI, you see AI has actually doing most what people used to do in the past with this other invasion of machine and also robotics. Do you think, Mr. Mike, people will have jobs in the future?
I think in the future, most of the people will lose up their jobs. Imagine most of the machines that we have, like, so to say, washing. You find that some people will be losing marriage, or maybe it breaks marriage because you find that instead of a wife to wash, the machine will wash everything.
Oh yeah.
You see, so having that kind of machine in the homes would bring up down the marriage, where the roles of a wife, the machine is doing the roles of wife. So as a man, what you see, but anything can happen. I have the machines. Yeah. They have machines that can cook for me. I can eat. So
yeah, what you're saying is very true. We have actually seen that most people, in fact, they are very much scared. Where especially you see that most people, the jobs that people were working. You mentioned of marriages. When you see right now, there are some people are actually creating robotic wives. A wife with a robotic. So you find that most marriages, people people are not getting married now. It's because they already have a robotic wife which they can actually call as a wife. And I don't know how actually if the robotic has emotions. You know, a robotic is something which it doesn't really think like a human being. It doesn't care. It can't even care for someone because it's actually being created by people. Now you find that most people are actually buying those robotic, and we are actually seeing it's trending all over the world, where we are seeing on social media. It's actually trending, and we have actually been seeing that people are actually buying wives from robotic, and the robotic is saying, and I don't know how where we are going in this actually in our generation, in this dispensation. So we are able to see the coming up of automation and also artificial intelligence. Maybe people, you know, some people don't know what is AI. They think maybe AI is an animal. You know, when you ask someone what is AI, some people think AI is an animal or automation is an animal. When we talk about automation or we talk about AI means artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence and the automation mean these are machines and computer systems are doing the task that were previously done by people. These were actually previously done by people, and the invasion of this, the coming up of AI and also some automation as actually is doing most of the works that were actually done by people. For example, the bank at ATM, you see a long time ago, ATMs now are everywhere. There used to be tellers where those people work in the bank, the tellers who give out cash, but now you can go anywhere. Where you stand on the hole and you just get your money just like that with an ATM. Yes, very easy, like everywhere. Even we have seen the mobile money system where people are actually transferring in money. You don't need to travel to your village.
Like those times we had is it Zona?
Zona, yes.
Zona, where people want to send money to the village or somewhere else, to a different part of the world. You would go to the booth of Zona, you deposit the money. Then them also they would take cash that side where they have a booth there where they have an agent there.
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
people would get some money. Even also this would also apply to where we used to send the letters.
Yes, letters. Those
was the manually.
Yes.
You write a letter, you want to send a message to the people that is from a different town.
Yes.
You just write a letter, you go to the post office there, you wait for 1 week. The message will reach them maybe after a week, 2 days.
Yeah, what you're saying is true. I remember my uncle was actually sharing a story with me when he was in love. By that time he was dating with her. Yes. So he actually he used to tell me is that when he wants to see his girlfriend, what he used to do, you walk miles, and for example, if the girl is living in another area or another compound, so he has to walk, and when you reach near the house, you have to take a stone and throw it on top of the house, so that once it makes noise, then the lady will know that there is someone is actually calling me. You see, those old days, you find that those girlfriend had no phone, no communication, no system, but we are able to see right now that the world has actually evolved. Yes, it has evolved now. There is Facebook, there is WhatsApp. You can just text, say, baby, I'm outside.
That will make noise, just text. No one will even notice.
No one will even notice, saying, Shani. No one will know. Just say text, and you find that, yes.
And that story I've just said about your uncle.
Yes,
it happened to me. And
now,
really?
I used to do it.
Yeah, I used to do it. Now it was more like of a habit. And now it came to where they said noticing at a certain hour, because at 16 hours sharp, she used to say at 16 I'll come.
Really? So by that time you didn't have phones, like there was no invasion?
She never had the phone. Never had the phone by then. So I find that we had made sometimes at 16 we just hear this stone. Sometimes children would just throw stones anyhow.
Yes.
But I thought mine was especially at 16. I'll be coming. So at 16 then, so now it came on growing, and until now. The uncle to the lady notice him at 16 whenever a stone hits it, she goes outside. That day I wasn't lucky. I hit the stone on the roof. Coming just to saw a big man coming outside. It wasn't well. It wasn't well. So this time now, I don't think they can even catch me. They can know that I'm just
don't tell me. I think they also do investigation saying, I think when it reaches 16, should be a phone that is. But see, Mr. Mike, don't you think AI has actually done a great thing, even the inventions of phone and this technology that is happening? Don't you think it has made your work much easier than long time ago? You have to travel miles for you just to speak to someone you love. You have to travel miles for you just to send money to. Don't you think it has really brought a change? Let's look at some of the positive things that technology has done, especially in particular AI and also automation. What do you think about this?
I think it has created easy work for us human beings. I would give an example of, as Waf said, the mobile phone. Imagine those days, maybe you have a funeral here in Lusaka and you have those relatives that are in the village, and those people need to come here. Just a call, hello, here we have a funeral. Just the same day, even the following day, these people will start off coming to Lusaka here. That time it was difficult. People used to attend funeral after it has already passed. They used to go to the graveyard to see, this is where we buried our beloved ones. Imagine now your brother, maybe, or your sister has died, and you're in the village. Now they come and tell, this is where we buried, because of the late of information to you. But this time we are so privileged to have a phone call, a direct phone call. And the other thing that we have also is those days we used to struggle to write an assignment, most especially students. We used to struggle to write an assignment. You have to go to Google, you Google this party, you get this side also, you Google. But this time, just go and discuss about the law of media law. It will just come, you just edit, put in your own way there in English. Even now, application letters. Those time, we used to struggle how to come up with the format. But this time, the AI will guide us how to write an application letter. It will have a format, a template in short.
You are telling me in short that AI has actually fastened the work,
yes,
without us getting tired,
yes,
because it's actually making work easier, like you mentioned, doing assignments, also calling people in technology, like phones which came in, which were invented, and these other things, because long time ago we used to use those to my phone, Nokia, Motorola, which means student never used to do assignment using phone, because tuliatwama button tuyakutingole tinika kutinikira kamtia kampea. Yes, you have to place for you just to send the text. It used to be hard, but now we've got actually technology. We have got because of technology, you are able to use touch screen phones and do that, and also use this one. And also when we look at also in the industry, also when it comes to work, we see that some routine jobs are actually changing and also disappearing as a result of invention of this, because some of those things which were used to be done by human beings, now they are being done by the machines and or AI. So new jobs are also being created with the invention of this, like you see the tech sports and also the data analysis, AI trainer, and other many things have been done. So maybe most people are just scared, when we are looking this the invasion. There are some people who are just intimidated, who are just they are fear, saying no, because of the machines and these things. We are able to see that some machine has replaced some people's work. Yes, some of the machines has replaced some people's work. So maybe we can look at which jobs in Zambia are already being automated. Some of the works which are in Zambia already being automated. Yeah.
Maybe the first thing that I would say is banking.
Okay.
Banking system is, as you know, those back days, we used to go to deposit when you want cash. You also have to go there, you get cash. But this time, we have mobile banking.
Yes.
You have a Zanaco account. It will be connected to your mobile account.
Yes.
You just get your money online. If you want, just send in your mobile money from the bank to the mobile, which is very easy. Instead of you getting on a car, going to the bank to get cash, you automatically just send money. And also the other thing that we have is where we used to go to get if you want to get a passport.
This is a very interesting topic. So we'll just take a quick short break, and then we'll explain more about how actually because of the invasion of AI and this technology and also automation, which has actually replaced some people's work. Let's just take a short break, and we'll be back in the studio. Thank you, viewers, for joining us back again in the studio. We are talking about the future week. Would love you, the viewers, you can actually call in on the numbers that are just scrolling there so that we can discuss some of these things, especially with the invasion of AI. We are looking at some positive and also some negative, and also automation and also technology, as we are seeing that the world has actually evolved, especially in terms of technology. Things are actually changing. Yes. So we would love to actually hear from you. We are actually now giving some of the examples of what automation has actually replaced some of the people's work. For example, you mentioned of banking, ATMs, replacing some tellers law, and also mobile internet, reducing long queues. There used to be long queues. Now people are actually sending money through mobile, and we're able to see that it's actually making things easier. And also we are able to see when it comes to telecommunication, we are seeing that some of the customer care who used to be there giving services, now you can actually get your services through online. Customer care chatbot, you can chat, and there are also automated call system and also messages. When you send someone, even if someone is offline, you will get a reply automatically.
Yes,
I think you have seen that on WhatsApp. You have seen
that
even on messengers, where when you send a message, it actually brings fast even the person when it's not online. And also we're able to see that some of the works which has been replaced by people, and also we are seeing retail and supermarkets.
And also just to come in, also the Minister of Home Affairs also has just isn't their job. Those days we used to go to the passport office. I mean to the passport office where you go 04 just to make a queue just to purchase a passport. But this time you want to go there to make a long queue. You just go internet there at the online portal there.
You can apply.
You apply online there. Then they accept. You just go there for interviews. Then there's no need of you going to make if you wait for interviews. No, just direct. The job is easy now.
Yes, even paying taxes, we are able to see that you can even pay taxes online, and also you can get your, like last year I was actually getting my voter's card. We did it online, then we just went to correct it. So we are able to see that with this invasion, it has really easy our work, because we would stand in a long queue, would stand for a very long time. And also we see in media where we see automated playlists, where in the radio or maybe TV station, even on the phone, you can arrange the songs, and those songs can actually be playing on their own. So now most people are actually they are afraid, they have that fear. So would love the viewers, actually you can call in. We are looking at some of the positive things that automation and AI that has really brought, especially in our generation, in this time where we are seeing in this 21st century. So do you think traditional jobs are actually disappearing as a result of this invasion of
not really disappearing, but it's just the fear that they have, saying, oh, okay, if
they are afraid,
they are afraid. They're not really disappearing. It's still existing, but you find that because of what we have, someone will feel Imagine now, I just watched a video on the internet where a certain hotel, they have 7 boats.
Oh wow!
Yes, where they have.
I would love to go there.
Yes, where as a client you just go. Yes. Oh, okay. I want to eat in Shima. Then the 7 boat will come. They will hold plates. They will come direct where you are, and you will come and put the food on the table where you are. Just to start eating. Imagine now. The job that was supposed to be done by someone, that one is traditionally. You know, traditionally, you know how we used to be. For instance, you are serving your parents. Those things, you kneel down to show respect. You see that welcoming or hospitality. You see, it feels then when you are being served by someone. Now imagine. If now everyone
Mr. Mike, I love the point you just brought that example. Now let's discuss. We see in this scenario whereby someone is married and he brings those same robotics in the home. Then the wife, she's just seated and the husband is just seated, and those robots are actually bringing them food. Do you think, like especially here in Zambia, or maybe let me say in Africa, where our tradition tells us a woman has to kneel for them to bring food, now with this invasion to easy things, especially you mentioned of washing, where the woman long time ago, she used to wash, she has to wash. Now, in our generation, we have got women who are putting long nails because they know that there are washing machine that will wash for them. So don't you think at some point it can bring some conflict in the home?
Yeah, that's what I've said. That's why you find that people have fear, saying we're going to lose out. They're afraid.
Okay.
They're afraid to find that instead of the wife cooking, washing, cooking or saving your husband, it's part of the romance. It's part of the romance.
So people shouldn't forget that.
So the moment the wife stay away from saving the husband, the husband now will start moving back because the more you cook nice food, the more you save your husband with respect, the more romance you become, and the more you're strengthening your bond as a couple. Now imagine I just seated on your phone, I'm on my phone, we wait maybe for chatbot to save us food.
So this means that in our generation, people have to be careful when it comes to marriages and some certain things, which means there is a law that those machines can play, and there is also a law that a woman has to do, especially when it comes to home, like you mentioned that Placeland, actually the robotic saving food and like that. So when it comes in a home setup and the man decides to do that, so which means they have to be careful because
they have to. Even the Bible says, so a man has his own law that is supposed to provide.
Yes. And
the woman also has. So now, if now you contradict with the Bible, which means you pay the consequences.
So
if now you want to use the machines to do job for you, which means you lose out you. So there's a certain limit, or maybe there are certain ways that we should use this technology properly.
But I think it's I'm just thinking out loudly. I think it's now high time we must adopt to this what's happening. What do you think?
Not really adopting, but as I've said, there are things that we can adopt.
There are things, not everything.
Not everything, yes. There are things that we can adopt and leave things that they're meant for a human being to do. A woman should do it. Things that a machine would help, let it help. Not everything.
Yeah. So most people, the viewers who are watching us, they have to know that traditional jobs are not really disappearing. When we say disappearing, means they are completely being removed, but they are not really being being removed. They are actually evolving, which means they are actually changing. They are being evolved because they are making our work much easier, especially with the machines, washing machines, which are actually doing things like many traditional jobs still exist. The way they are done has just changed, and we are seeing technology has added new tools, and also it has not just removed the work but just added new tools. For example, the farmers now use actually what we call the mobile apps to check the weather. They are able to use the mobile weather apps to check the weather. Like long time ago, we used to hear stories where they say that for farmers to know that it will rain, I don't know whether it's a moon which has to turn black or they have to see some signs, but now we see their meteorological department under the government. We're able to see the ministry. We're able to see that they're able to give us some update, especially we are having floods in the nation. We're able to see, it's able to give us some update that on this day it will rain heavy, on this day, and it's truly happens. So we are able to see that some of the things have been made easy.
Just to come in, Pastor Shepherd, there where we're talking about the farmers. The farmers is a very good example to give. Long back days there, I grew up from the village, and I've grown up to be a farmer.
Wow. Which village was that?
It's Manyika, Chongwe district.
Chongwe.
Manyika. It's a very
just
Manyika.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, that side we farm a lot. So we find that you have a very big hectares of tomato, vegetables, different vegetables, even maize. Now when it comes to maize, we used to put maybe zakula kwa jamii sipaja. Uzafunga that maybe you weed now.
Oh wow.
Now those days you would hire a lot of people and spend more money just to weed. This time we have technology, we have weed killer. You just get a spray, you spray, the weed is gone. There's no need of hiring 100 people. No, it's just 2 or 3 people. Spray, the weed is gone. Those days we used to bring more people to dig, so that we should put the maize there. This time we have tractors, and now we have plows. You know what a plow is? Those you use the cows. You start working. Now it has been easy. And even fertilizer, We have machines now. Use a tractor. There's a tractor now that puts fertilizer in the maybe a very big hectare where human beings will take days or weeks to work, but it's done by the machine and it has been hidden and it's working. It's going well.
Yeah, that's true. I remember even that some of the farmers were paid by FRA, saying they will pay them using mobile money and also through banks, because long time ago farmers would spend an overnight. They would actually sleep at the bank because waiting for money, for them to be paid. But now we see the initiative that actually was being implemented, saying that they will pay them using mobile money. They will pay them actually through the banks, and it has really helped us to see digital payment even in the farmers, even here in Zambia. And also the other example we can look at is the teachers. Now they are actually offering online training, online learning platforms where you see they're using Google Meet, even some meetings at work. They are usually done, some of them online. You don't have to do them like here, digital touching. And also some journalists are using their smartphone, and also social media, and also digital editing, and also traders and marketers. We are able to see right now, even when you go on Facebook, there is a side where it says marketplace. Marketplace. It's also, there is a market online, not just that physical market where you have to go and buy tomato. Even on Facebook.
On Facebook, I've sold I think 3 cars on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. 3 cars that I've sold on Facebook. Just capture the car, post it there, put the number. Someone from different town called, okay, I've seen a car. Okay, let's share the numbers. Okay, let me text you on WhatsApp. We texted, I shared the more photos of the car. He was interested, he came in to check it. That's how he bought the car. Very easy. Those time, you have to go to a marketplace. Like, for instance, we had people that used to sell cars, government complex in town there. So if you want to sell your car, you have to go and deposit the car that side at the marketplace. It should be staying there. But this time it's modernized. Where you even write something, just you're still using the car, you're still using it, advertise it. Car on sale. You put a number behind. While you're driving, people will just see you and they'll call in, which is very easy.
So, which means people need just to adapt to it. We see traditional jobs struggle only when people refuse to adapt. When people refuse to adapt to what is actually evolving, things that are changing, people need to adapt, especially those typists, secretary who never learned computer. People need to know how to use a computer, mobile app. They really need to know how to use that. Even the filmer, photographer who ignore digital cameras, they need to know so that they can improve, because jobs don't just disappear. It's just the skills that are being outdated. Some of them are outdated, and some things are actually being modernized, just like you have mentioned. Viewers, we are talking about the future work. Would love you actually to call in we can hear some views, what's happening, especially at your working place, what's happening in your community. Is it helping, or it's actually making that as a negative impact? So would love you can call in, you can phone in with the numbers that are actually showing on the screen. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back in the studio.
Admission is now open. Are you looking for a nurturing environment that fosters academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children? Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world, with a focus on holistic development. We offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School. Admission is now open. Are you looking for a nurturing environment that fosters academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children? Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world. With a focus on holistic development, we offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School. The Battle of the Choirs. The second edition of the Battle of the Choirs is back. This year, the Battle of the Choirs is happening again. It's the second edition 2026. Register your video now. Send in 2 minutes recorded video. Fill in the registration form. Pay registration fee of 250 kwacha, non-refundable. Registration is now open for 7 weeks. Yes, starting from the 1st of February 2026. This competition will run up to June as the dedicated month for crowning the champions. Competition awards for this year include: first prize 100,000 kwacha, second prize 50,000 kwacha, third prize 30,000 kwacha, fourth prize 20,000 kwacha. Guess what? The first choirs to be registered stand a chance to be advertised early on our TV station. Register, register, register now!
Thank you, viewers, for watching us. We are looking at the future of work here on our morning breakfast show. We are going just to go in the news buzzing what's happening. The first thing we are going to look in the news buzzing is that the government condemns vandalism following damage to Great North Road in Mukushi. The Great North Road in Mukushi district at Kolonga near Chalata has collapsed following acts of vandalism by unknown individuals. The damaged section of the road is of critical economic importance as it forms part of the main corridor linking Zambia to Tanzania, facilitating regional trade and the movement of goods and people. The Central Province Permanent Secretary, Mr. Maina Mwanakampwe, who lashed to Mukushi to assess the situation, confirmed that a report from the Road Development Agency RDA attributes the damage to vandalism by unknown person. Mr. Mwanakampwe noted that while government continues to manage and invest limited public resource into infrastructure development and maintenance, residents have a responsibility to safeguard public infrastructure, particularly roads. He described vandalism of public infrastructure as economic sabotage, stating that such acts negatively affect the economy by slowing traffic movement and increasing transit times, which in turn raises the cost of doing business. He further warned that any individual found vandalizing or interfering with public resources and infrastructure will be dealt with in accordance with the law, adding that the government will work as a united front to ensure the damaged road is repaired. The Mukushi District Commissioner, Mr. Jonathan Kapungwe, accompanied the permanent secretary together with the local authority and members of the district joint operation committee to inspect the damaged section of the road. As an interim measure, temporary works had yesterday been put in place using the equipment procured under the increased constituency development fund to ensure continued traffic flow, while permanent repair works are expected to be completed within the next few days. Meanwhile, the Zambia Police Service has appealed to members of the public to remain vigilant and report any individual suspected to have materials stolen from the damaged road as investigation into the matter continue. Can you imagine, Mr. Mike, that kind of vandalism, people destroying the road? The road, in fact, the same road that they would want to use, they are actually destroying because they wanted to steal some goods which were falling from the trucks. That's a very bad thing.
So the moment you stop there,
yes, because they actually destroyed the road at the other plan. So I think the police should actually investigate and find those actually people who did that, because it's bad destroying government property, especially roads and any other property that belongs to the government. Vandalism is really bad. Yes. The second news of second news of Buzzing today, we're going to look at the murder case sparks after husband caught with a neighbor. Police in Lusaka have detained a 44-year-old woman in connection with the death of a 29-year-old woman after an incident that was first reported as an assault. The suspected, identified as Ruthi Mwanza of Zaf Twin Palm Base, is being held while investigation continue into the death of Maureen Mwemba, who later died from her injury as Maina Soko Medical Center. In a statement, Police Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chichilabi said the incident was reported to police in the early hours of January 30, 2026 at around 03 hours. Mr. Chalabi has said the report was made by Mr. Richard Mwemba, 49, of Lilai Estate, on behalf of his niece, Maureen Mwemba. He said at the time the case was recorded as assault, occasioning actually bodily harm. Mr. Chalabi explained that preliminary of investigation indicated that on January 30, the suspected originally left her home around 17 hours with her 2 children, returned at about 22 hours only to find her house locked. He said the suspect reported forced the door open and found her husband inside with a now deceased who was her neighbor. An altercation is alleged to have followed, during which the suspected allegedly dragged Maureen Mwemba outside the house and assaulted her. Mr. Chalabi said the victim was rushed to a clinic within Zaf Twin Palm Base before being referred to Maina Soko Medical Center, where she was admitted to the intensive care unit and placed on the support. He said Maureen Mwemba died from her injury on the morning of January 31st, 2026, and her body is currently at the Maina Soko Medical Center mortuary awaiting a post-mortem examination, Mr. Chareva stated that following her death, police have reclassified the case from assault to murder, and the suspected remain in custody while investigation continue. He further said the motive behind the incident is yet to be established. That's a very sad story that we are seeing there, where the husband was caught actually with another woman, and the wife actually ended up reacting and killing yes. So it's a very sad story. Yes, I heard this story yesterday. I was actually walking with a certain woman. Then she mentioned to me, we saw a car which was parked there, a Honda Fit, gray in color, and it was parked, and then the screen was damaged. Then she actually joked, saying to me, it's better the window of the car is broken than killing someone here, because women, how when you're in such kind of, you see such kind of things, you react. Yes. So there are some women who break pots in the house, break windows, they break like that. So she was jokingly saying it's better a car is broken than killing someone because of those things that you actually found. Viewers, tell us where you are watching us. If you are watching us on Facebook, you are watching us on YouTube, you are watching us on Light TV Zambia, CBC TV channel 121 on Topstar, you can actually phone in. We are talking about the future of work. The future of work, where we are looking in particular about digital, looking at technology, and also looking at automation, and also looking at the coming of AI. Is it helping or it's not helping? We are going to take a short break, and we'll be joined by one of the IT specialists who will be joining us today for this morning breakfast. Stay tuned.
The Battle of the Choirs. The second edition of the Battle of the Choirs is back. This year, the Battle of the Choirs is happening again. It's the second edition 2026. Register your video now. Send in 2 minutes recorded video. Fill in the registration form. Pay registration fee of 250 kwacha, non-refundable. Registration is now open for 7 weeks. Yes, starting from the 1st of February 2026. This competition will run up to June as the dedicated month for crowning the champions. Competition awards for this year include: first prize 100,000 kwacha, second prize 50,000 kwacha, third prize 30,000 kwacha, fourth prize 20,000 kwacha. Guess what? The first choirs to be registered stand a chance to be advertised early on our TV station. Register, register, register now! Your latest news.
The report was made by Mr. Abu Gujar, a 37-year-old Indian national residing in Olympia.
Top happening stories.
SDG number 6 on water and sanitation.
Community update.
Zambia and the nation at large is still mourning the death of the 6th Republican president.
Business news.
From here, there's going to be a great multiplier effect.
On the sport crossovers.
Of awaiting that the body would come back.
Kodi Mwambelako! A very good race, and we as a country are very proud of the works that he has done.
Kodi Mwambelako! Get in touch with our news team on the numbers on your screen. Yes, Kodi Mwambelako. We are in your face. We are closer to you. Light TV is a footway away from you. Kodi mwamverako. Zambia's trusted TV broadcaster. Fosters academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children. Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world. With a focus on holistic development, we offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School.
Others were working, they had good jobs, but they lost it along the way. So they need your support, they need your help. Feel free to visit our center so that we advise on how we can come together and help these individuals.
Welcome back. You are still watching the Light TV Morning Breakfast, where we are talking about the future of work, where we are specializing talking about digital technology, automation, and also AI. Like I mentioned, that we'll be joined by one of the IT specialists. We are joined by one of the IT specialists, so we would love you viewers, actually, you would love you to hear what you will be able to speak, and I would love you to share your thoughts on our social media and also phone in so that we can have an interactive discussion as we are discussing here. You are free to call in on the numbers that are actually scrolling on the screen. You are welcome, Mr. Simon Hangando.
Thank you so
much.
Yes. glad to be on this program. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Please, can you introduce yourself and tell us more about yourself and what you do so that the viewers can actually get to know you more?
Okay, so as you have already said, my name is Simon Ngandu. I'm an IT specialist by profession. Okay. Currently, I'm doing some lecturing at a college.
Wow, which college specifically?
The name of the college is Phoenix.
Oh, wonderful.
Research Institute.
Wonderful. Okay.
And apart from that...
So you're a lecturer. Wow.
So
wow.
We empower the knowledge of technology to young people and shaping our country into the new world of development. We have to do this. And for the sake of upgrading the technology that is there, we need to empower more knowledge to young people. And this is one of the things that we are focused in. Apart from that, also, I'm also doing my own stuff as an entrepreneur.
Oh, wonderful. You're learning your own business.
Yeah, working with a line of technology in terms of programming, in terms of cybersecurity, in terms of also educating people on the computer literacy that is there on the market.
Okay. So, Mr. Simon Hangonda, would love to hear where your journey started and why you loved IT, looking at in our generation. Why did you go for IT?
It was a time when I was trying to discover what career to pursue. I initially wanted to do aviation, but I was like, okay, what else can I do that can be in line with that? And I realized, technology is one of the things that I ventured in. At first, it was not something that I had put more efforts or the energies in, but with time, I began to adapt. I began to put in my whole self, and I began to love it. In short, loving it. And today, I'm here as an expert.
Okay, so Mr. Simon Hangonda, what's the current state of IT in Zambia? What's the current state of IT in Zambia as for now?
So information technology in Zambia, the state, we are gradually upgrading.
Okay.
I can say we have reached the standard in terms of how the world is, but we are upgrading. With time, we'll be there.
Okay. You are upgrading. I really want to know because you are a lecturer. We know, especially from the primary, especially in the government school, we see that for people to learn IT, it takes time. Maybe at a university level, that's where they can have a broader knowledge of IT. But what's the current state like for now? You being a lecturer, how do you find it, especially teaching the students whom you are teaching them IT? How is it?
For me, one of the things that I've discovered as a lecturer and as I've been in this field for these years, I've noticed that resources are one of the things that may not lead us to be able to be accessible, able to manage the resources of upgrading the standard of our technology.
Okay. So you are saying that for people to upgrade the standard of technology, they need resources.
They need more resources, and resources are very keen in development. And we can see even with other countries like China, we can look at America, the world order in terms of technology is very fast.
Okay.
And we can see that through the resources, they're able to have good internet. The internet is quite reliable, it's quite sufficient, it's quite okay for their own needs. And looking at our state as a country, we need to do more of investment in these resources so that we can improve on the network system. And when we improve on the network system, meaning the cyberspace will also be safe for the global.
Okay, so I'm so much curious to know about some of the things here. You mentioned of you are into cyber and other things, and also you mentioned you are doing business. I would love to know what's the biggest IT challenge facing Zambian business today. What are some of the biggest challenges? I know you are learning a business. What are some of the biggest challenges that people are facing right there in the market?
So there are many challenges, but let me just speak on my own factors.
Yes.
From my experience. So from the things that I've noticed with the way my business has been moving.
Okay. Yes.
I'll give an example like the network challenges. You discover to say maybe you are doing a cyber test. You know, the network challenges. The network is bad.
Okay.
You know, you're unable to do things on time.
Okay.
So the network is one of the biggest challenges I've
the
had.
network. Okay.
And you know, sometimes in technology, what a thing I've come to realize is that people need to collaborate.
Okay.
You know, there is need of support from our colleagues out there, from our friends. So in this field, there is little support from each other.
Okay.
You know, and people don't really value the need of technology in our country. They think technology is taking away a lot of their needs, but actually technology is opening up opportunities to do things better.
Okay, so you are talking about technology. Some people are scared that it's taking up their things. How should people adapt to technology? Like you mentioned, of limited maybe to resources and that. How can people adapt to technology, especially those who are maybe in rural areas? How can they adapt to technology? How can they overcome those actually challenges, improve their leverages?
So when we look at these rural areas, we look at these places where it's difficult to access network, it all triggers down from the government.
Okay.
So the government itself must come in.
Okay.
Through these relevant authorities that are there to speed up the constituencies, the wards and the provinces. They need to invest more in providing network.
Okay.
People can have phones in these rural areas, but if the network is not okay, the services will not be reliable, they will not be viable.
Okay.
So we need the authorities to get on board.
Okay.
They need to get on board so that the people know the need of this thing. And I'm sure that our Excellency, the President himself, at some point when he came back from China, he emphasized on the aspect of us investing more into technology. So people need to realize that technology is the new currency.
Okay.
There's a common saying to say, if you are not updated, you're outdated.
Yeah, you're outdated.
Yeah, if you are not informed, then you are deformed. So we can't run away from it. It is part of our lives, and we have to accept it, and we have to make use of it.
Okay, so what's the most, why must people actually adapt to technology? Why is it so important, especially in our generation, looking at what's happening? Why is it very much important? Is it everyone has to know IT, or some people have just to be relegated, like they don't have to know about IT? Is it everyone a must to know IT? Can you explain the relevance of us knowing IT?
So on that aspect, like I earlier said, on the aspect of information.
Yes.
The way that people used to do things in the olden times,
yes.
It's different from now.
Yeah, sure.
As years are passing by, needs change. Yeah.
Okay.
Long time ago, it was not necessary for people to be using vehicles, but today vehicles are a liability.
Okay.
People are using vehicles to move, and it has made their work easy. It has made their life easy. So even with technology, people need to be computer illiterate.
Okay.
Even if they're not experts, but you need to have a sort of knowledge about how best you can use the technology which you're using, your smartphones, your gadgets, your whatever appliances that is arranged and aligned to technology. You need to adapt to that, because it's going to help improve your livelihood, and also it will give you more room to do things better and more faster.
Okay.
Maybe I can come in. So I heard of some people that says they can't adapt to technology because of maybe because of privacy, so to say.
Yes.
So find that there's this person that wants to join Facebook.
Okay.
But because I've heard of people that have been scammed, maybe hacked with their account. And when you've been hacked, your account, it's more like you have shared your privacy to someone. Your privacy has gone on social media, where everyone will bring out anything that you have put there on your profile. So now, to such people that are saying, no, me, I can't join this technology of me being on Facebook because I don't want to share my privacy, or maybe I don't want my account to go all over. Like I saw one of the accounts from the pastor from our church was hacked, where he said sending some nudes, where someone would ruin your reputation while being on Facebook. So to such people that are they're afraid of being on Facebook because if they get hacked, people posting such things on their profiles. Yes, where they would get a bad reputation. So what would you encourage, or maybe what safeguard would you put for those people that would want to join, and what measures would they put so that they can't be hacked in that direction?
Yeah, so information, like we said, is more viable in our today living. We can't run away from technology. Yes, people can shun away from social life, but they can't shun away from it. Because the way the system is upgrading, almost like everyone will be required to be on a social platform.
Okay.
Yeah, especially for us experts, it's a requirement. You need to be on a social platform. You need to have a biography. You need to have a history. So people don't need to have fear to come up and register, have their social accounts. They just have to be mindful.
Okay.
And precautions are very, very important. And one of the precautions that people can take into consideration is putting in safeguarding their accounts, what they post, their passwords, the information they share to the public. Those are things that they have to know how to manage.
So, yes, how can we secure our network from cyber security threats? How can we secure our network, even our WhatsApp and everything? How can we secure? Because there are times people just send links.
Yes.
They just send you those things and you end up clicking it, thinking maybe you are going to win an award. and you end up being hacked. Yes.
And just in addition, before I turn to that question, I had so many experiences in the past where clients would come to me and say, my account has been hacked, my WhatsApp, my Facebook, my email, and so on and so forth. They would come. And one of the reasons why people don't see these things coming is because the desperation that people have. These hackers, they use what we call a phishing scheme. So phishing is an art where people come in to act as if it is real, but it's not real, because they want to get certain information from you.
So how do they manage to do that? Especially, there's someone who told me that some of the hackers we see are actually those people that once learned maybe IT or something. Now, why is it like that? Some of them, they tell me that maybe they are being trained. Why is it like that?
Everyone nowadays is looking for a life. Where we look at our economy as a country, people are looking for employment. I know sometimes hackers will be like, I think, let me just look at first ways I can get money. So they scam people. They look at ways they can get information from them and sell them on the black market. So that is all trickling down to the problems that the world is facing. Because we are facing different problems day to day, people have got their own needs that they want to be fulfilled. So you find that as we progressing in the world of technology, we'll find a lot of dangers. In as much as we may embrace it, there is also a lot of threats that may come in personally. So people need to put precaution. Like I was talking about the phishing art, as hackers, we can make a very good website, put information there, maybe even example I can give, like latest there was some recruitment from the Electoral Commission of Zambia. So I can create an email. I say, there's a recruitment, put your details, and you're going to be what? You're going to be in the system, but it's fake. Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission of Zambia doesn't even know that there's such kind of a site. So we find that people are so desperate, and because they're so desperate, it's easy for them to be scammed. You're looking for money. No, just click this link, you make 1,000. Once I just share to a few friends.
As you are doing that, share to 5 friends. When you share to 5 friends,
so you get an hour. So you discover to say, because of the desperation which people have for money, they are led into vast vulnerabilities like this. So it takes people to be putting in their caution, and also they need to realize that these links that come to the phones, these things that we see on social media, let's verify them before we even
Thank you so much, Mr. Simon Hamonga. We're going to take a short break, even as we will come back and share more lights on what's happening in the future of work, in particular IT, digital and technology, and also the coming in of AI. Stay tuned.
The Battle of the Choirs. The second edition of the Battle of the Choirs is back. This year, the Battle of the Choirs is happening again. It's the second edition 2026. Register your video now. Send in 2 minutes recorded video. Fill in the registration form. Pay registration fee of 250 kwacha, non-refundable. Registration is now open for 7 weeks. Yes, starting from the 1st of February 2026. This competition will run up to June as the dedicated month for crowning the champions. Competition awards for this year include: first prize 100,000 kwacha, second prize 50,000 kwacha, third prize 30,000 kwacha, fourth prize 20,000 kwacha. Guess what? The first choirs to be registered stand a chance to be advertised early on our TV station. Register, register, register now!
This is Breaking Free.
I have to say, mental health was not my first choice.
Okay.
So this is my second career. I was very fortunate when I came out of school. I went into a career in marketing, advertising and sales.
Because I was a pastor and a businessman. So every time when I go for business dinners with my clients, some of them would say, no, just drink a little bit of wine.
Yeah. So again, if we are focused on areas that are negative, we are focused on our anxieties, it's going to perpetuate negativity. Remember that you have worth, you are worth it, and you are loved.
If you are a prostitute and you condemn yourself, you beat yourself down, go to church anyway. If you're a criminal, you're a robber, and you think what you're doing is not right, go to church anyway. If at any time you drink, you smoke, and you condemn yourself for that, go to church anyway, because church was meant for you and I, because we are both sinners. On Breaking Free, we hope that one day Zambia shall be sober.
So won't you break free, won't you break free?
Welcome back. You are still watching Light TV Morning Breakfast Show, where we are talking about the future of work, specializing in digital technology, AI, and automation. So we are joined by our guest, who is Simon Hangando, and also my co-presenter, Mike Mwanza. So Mr. Simon, I would love to know what's the most in-demand IT skills in Zambia right now that people should do?
IT skills are in demand. Example, you talk about digital marketing.
Digital marketing, okay.
It's on the market.
You know, I did digital marketing.
Really?
Yes.
So there's digital marketing, and there's also this office productivity.
Okay.
Which we can just categorize as computer literacy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So people need to be aware on how best they can use basics, like how to operate a computer, and how can you do certain documentations, how can you put professional documents, how can you work on your CV. And also, like we talked about, digital marketing businesses nowadays, mostly online, because people don't usually go to shops. They just advertise the products online, showcase the things there, and we are able to access it right at your home. You don't even need to go to the shop to check, but they'll be able to showcase, and that is what we call digital marketing. Okay. So those are basic skills that most of the people need to be aware of. Okay, there's so also programming.
I love what you're saying. So what skill do you think a 17-year-old should do, like those teens are in our upcoming now in this?
They can start with coding, like basics. You can do Python, you can do HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. And you can also do the C++, CC. So those are just basics. There's also artificial intelligence, machine learning. Okay. Like under artificial intelligence, we do it under machine learning. Okay. To incorporate the machines.
Yes, you are mentioning artificial intelligence, AI. So what's your take on AI? Don't you think like people are now becoming addicted or over dependence on AI, especially students doing assignments like
yes.
You see, they just go pa. Yes.
True. Yeah, so just to cut you short, I actually seen something. One time I laughed where a student was doing an assignment. Then, when you're doing to ChatGPT, it comes like there's some reference. No, this one was written.
Yes.
Copy, Shan. Yes. They copied everything and pasted. You have made yourself difficult. So there's nothing wrong to use these AIs, but we must be mindful how we research. And mostly I've seen that most people don't know how to use these tools.
Okay.
Yeah, they may be using them, but they don't know how to use them as they are intended to be used. So you find that even information, they don't get full information.
Yes.
You find that even sometimes a student, I would tell them to say, this information is there on the Google and AI, but they say, so I can't find it. I've been searching and I said, you don't know the pattern, you don't know the methodology. So
you are saying AI is okay?
Yeah.
So people can use it, but some people don't know how to use it.
Exactly.
Yes. So is it because they have lack of knowledge of AI? They don't know what really AI, because some people, AI think it's an animal. Exactly. You can shed more light what's AI, or they just think maybe it's just something that gives you answers. Because most people just use AI for searching, but AI can do a lot of things. I have seen, we'll go into that later on, where people are producing music using AI.
Like that one in Yans.
Yes, in Yans, we're able to see. And that. So is it people, they don't know how to use AI? What is it do they need to do? Maybe you can just shed a bit of light how people can actually, so that even those people as they are using, they shouldn't become dependent to it, like they are addicted. Every time their brain, like it has stopped functioning now. Exactly. It's everything. It's just they have to go on Google. Everything. They have just to go ask AI, do this, AI, yes.
Yeah, so like you have already said, I think the issue is where people are not knowledgeable in terms of, like example, like us experts, we know how to use these tools efficiently because we are knowledgeable. We know the ends, we know the cons.
Okay.
But you find that most of these people who just use it generally, they may not know how to fully capture the needs of what they are looking for. Yeah, so AI itself is okay. It's very important for us. It's going to help us to upgrade ourselves, to have a better life. But the brain, the AI was created as a machine, programmed. Using if and else statements. If you do this, it will do that. If you do that, it will do it. So that's the conditional machine. But God has given us the knowledge, the intelligence which we have. So when we use the intelligence which we have and the AI itself, we brainstorm together, we'll be able to do great things. Yeah, so there are things that you don't even need AI to do for you, but you have to use your brain. But there are things that you can use the technology which is there by the machine learning to be able to capture certain data. An example, if I talk about emotional feelings, the computer can't know how you're feeling.
Yes.
It can't know how you're feeling. But you as a human being, you may know. It may only detect maybe symptoms of how you're feeling. Yeah.
Can you help us to mention some of the negative impact that AI has done, or maybe technology in particular? Especially, there are some people actually, we have seen some people have created some robots like girlfriends, a wife who is a robot, in the house.
In China right now,
it's like it's all over now. It's circulating. People are just buying and they are not married now.
Actually, even in China, if you look at in China, I was just looking at something on BBC, where in China they are now putting robots to carry babies.
Really?
Yeah. They incubate, they make an incubator.
So they get the sperms and put it there.
So instead of
it's more like an egg hatching.
So the robot will be carrying the baby for 9 months. So you find that technology also is there, but it has negatively impacted the population. Why? People will not appreciate the natural way of copulation. So AI has destroyed most of the mindset of young people. People don't want to research. People don't want to study. So everything is just our research. Yes, researching is good, but you need also to study. You need to gain knowledge. You need your brain needs to be challenged. So even in where I come from at school and so on, I usually tell students to say study. Studying is very important. The more you study something, the more you practice something, the more you acquaint yourself to something, the more it becomes part of you. So if you don't pay attention to the negative impact of AI, which would destroy you having the capacity to think, you having the capacity to be able to research more and practice, then you become a dormant liability to the society.
Okay.
We've got graduates who are just
Mr.
on AI.
Lecturer,
Yeah.
I know a lecturer, Simon.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Simon. Okay, we are talking about the future of work. So, what jobs do you think will grow in Zambia in the next 5 to 10 years? What jobs and what skills must people put in place? You know, there are some people who have been relegated because of some career choices that they choose. And right now, as we are seeing, because of this invasion, some robotic machine technology which has come in, they are able to do that at those work. So what jobs do you think will grow in Zambia here, especially, or in the world at large in the next 5 to 10 years?
There are many jobs that will come in. So, like in our country, what I'm thinking is, if we talk about the educational sector,
okay, yes,
there'll be more improvement in the education system.
Okay.
Olden days, it was difficult to improve in terms of communication. Students would have challenges. Here, materials are not enough. But in the education sector, there is more information. You can find information anywhere.
Okay.
So in the education sector, this is one of the ways we'll see growth as a country. The second one, we can talk about health, medication.
Okay.
Nowadays, it's easy to even find out certain medication when you go online. Like if you look at these developing countries, in the next 10 years, we had a documentary when we had a seminar, I think that was last year with Indawa, where we were looking at an assessment of how technology will be in the next 10 years. So in the next 10 years, we'll be having cashless transactions.
Okay.
We'll be having
cash,
chips.
which means you are talking about cash will be less.
So even with mobile phones, these mobile phones in the next 10 years, we'll have, maybe we'll just have chips where you just put a chip, you press it, and the screen comes in, you'll be able to communicate to anyone, anywhere in the world.
So now, there are some people who are saying those chips, you know, it's more like, there are some people say, no, it's more like 666.
No.
Those
it will be part of the 666 is different it's different from it may be used, it may be used as a tool.
Okay, because everywhere in the world, it will be like a law. We are being monitored, everyone, like you see, because those chips, it's like what you have got a serial number where people are able to track you anywhere where you are. And don't you think it will really affect people?
It will.
Like even their privacy, everything
will be affected because what will happen as we were doing the assessment, the chip was coming with a condition where you can't buy, you can't sell without that chip. So you can't have money. So you need to automatically everyone has to have it. You know? And again, as you having that chip, you'll be told to say, okay, you have to subscribe for storage.
I heard that.
You have to subscribe. So like people will be paying for information to be kept. They'll say, okay, for the next 12 months, this information has to be paid with this amount. And if you don't pay, information won't be viable. So even with that chip, it will bring a lot of issues around, especially in Zambia. We have got many people who don't like technology, especially our old parents. They say, even if emergency,
So how can young people in the village build their skills?
Yes, especially those in the rural
areas.
So in the rural areas, I think we can trickle down to councillors. I think even organizations. Development is a choice. If we don't want to develop as a country, we'll never develop.
Okay.
It
it's
must
a
come
choice.
As a personal thing.
Okay. What of those who are limited, like he's saying, in the rural areas? Because in the rural areas, in short, how should the government play their law? So
I think government has got constituents fund.
Okay.
The CDF, right? Development fund. This must be used in that development areas, especially for these rural areas where we have issues with network. Through ZESCO, through Zamtel, Airtel, and these other platforms that provide networks, they need to trickle down with the relevant authorities in these districts, especially the districts that are in these villages. You'll find that the district, is it a district secretary or a district commissioner, doesn't even know how to use computers, but it's a district commissioner. It's so shocking that even the people that are in those areas.
You are saying, in short, we need at least, let's say, some leadership should be, some people have to be removed, especially those people who are outdated. Like you said, if you are not informed, then you are deformed, you can't be transformed. So we need at least, because we have got people in position who don't even value this technology. Like the reason why I ask about those chips is because we hear the same people say, no, it's like this, it's like that. Yes.
True. So like you have already said, it's a challenge. That's why education must be a personal thing. The president is trying to campaign that education is an asset that to test the time. If we go the way of education, we empower our young people to go to school, tell them to go to school, tell them to value education, then we'll have a value in our country. The development will also upgrade. People will be economically doing well because they have the education. And also the skill itself has to be implemented. We have people who have been graduates, but they're just seated home. Especially IT expert. I've got my colleagues. Someone says, but they know how to program. They want to know a white-collar job. White-collar jobs, they don't come on the plate. You have to create opportunities for yourself. And so, certain things like this, it needs us as individuals to collectively take up the responsibility to take up the goal of development.
Mr. Simon Hangandu, thank you so much for joining us here on the Light TV Morning Breakfast. Maybe as we are winding up, just last two more questions. What mistakes should young people avoid early in life?
Mistake number one is not listening to your parents. That is one thing that young people should avoid. Let us listen to our parents. I think young people nowadays are having, I don't know how I can call the syndrome of having more emotions to their lives. They don't want to listen to their parents. They don't want to listen to what elderly people say. So listening to your parents is one thing that you must never avoid.
Thank you so much. Though I have an argument there, but it's okay. No, I wanted to argue in terms of career choice, especially parents, like, they'll choose for you a career, but we'll leave it for the next time.
That's another topic.
Yes, maybe just for one sentence of advice to the viewers are watching there. What's your advice? Just one sentence.
My advice is let's be careful with technology. We are all here to do development as a country. We need to all take part. I can just encourage everyone that technology is part of our lives. Let's adapt to it. Let's embrace it. Let's work with it, and we'll see wonders in our economy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Simon Hangandu, and also Mr. Mike Mwanza, who has been my co-presenter on today's morning breakfast show. Viewers who have been watching us, you have been watching a Light TV morning breakfast where we are talking, where we were talking about the future of work. So would love you to stay tuned even for other programs that will be coming. Just lastly, even in my conclusion, is that we have the battle of the choir that we are still calling in choirs to register. The battle of the choir has started in this month of February, where we are doing registration. Then when we go to the month of March, there will be audition in May, April until June. That's where people will be voting, and on July we'll have our grand finale. So would love you, if you are watching us, you have got a choir, or maybe you know a choir, or yourself you are a choir. Would love you to register for this battle of the choir. And the process of registration for this battle of the choir, it's so easy. It's just you to send us a 2-minute recorded video of your choir singing, so that we can get to know that truly your choir exists. And we need that video to be clear. We need that video actually to be clear. It's seen, it's on point, and there's audio. The sound should also be clear. And then you send it to our WhatsApp number 096123730 096123730. 37304. You can send that video right now and we can see it. Then we'll send you a form that you are going to fill in with your details. After filling in with your details in that form, you scan it or you capture it, you send it back to us, and the participation fee for this competition in this battle of the choir is just a 250. Then you stand a chance to win the prizes that we have: 100,000 kwacha, 50,000 kwacha, 30,000 kwacha, 20,000 kwacha. Don't miss this competition. It's open to all denomination. You are UCZ, Anglican, Dutch, whichever